Hey everybody, it's Katie and I'm here with an update for you all now that it's been a little over 9 months that I've been on the Sinclair Method. If you've been following my journey, I have just had tremendous success with this method. About 80% or more of people who try it for alcohol addiction do have success with it, so the odds are in our favor. And just wanted to provide an update to you now that it's been over 9 months and where I'm at with it. So I started this method as someone who was very dependent on alcohol, having obsessive compulsive thoughts of alcohol, drinking pretty much every single day of the week really heavily, just feeling really foggy and unhealthy and not really experiencing life to its fullest. And now I'm down to drinking just a couple of times a month, and I will say the past couple of times that I have drank, I really haven't even enjoyed the experience. I've kind of regretted it and not liked the feeling, the sensation of being buzzed. I felt out of control of my body and my surroundings. And that's been a big thing that's come from being on the Sinclair Method, because I feel like, most of the time I'm sober. I'm hardly drinking at all anymore. And that has really allowed me to become more in tune with my body and my surroundings. And being sober feels like a really just clear, safe, and grounded place to be. So when I take in alcohol, I just feel like that messes all of that up. And truthfully, I feel it for the past couple times I've felt the alcohol for like a couple days afterward. I've heard others say this too, so I'm curious if anyone who's been on the Sinclair Method for a while, if you start to feel this way where the alcohol has an impact like days after you drink it. But yeah, I drank wine the last time and I felt kind of like a slight hangover or just repulsed from the alcohol for a couple of days afterward. And all I had was like not even one full glass of wine, so that's really interesting. It's been a really, really life-changing experience for me. I really feel like this, it's been able to give me my life back and allowed me to just get to know myself a little bit better and come more into myself and have more clarity in life, and also with that more confidence. I feel more sure of myself in various situations at work or in personal life, just because I don't have this mental fog or these like distracting thoughts of alcohol that are consuming so much of my mind and energy. So it's been really incredible. And something else I want to share about too is this past month or two has been a really challenging time for me in life. I'm just going through something that's been really difficult. And prior to the Sinclair Method, whenever I was going through a challenging time, especially then, I would turn to alcohol, and I would drink alcohol just to kind of numb out or to cope with whatever I was going through. And during this experience, even though I've been going through what's been like almost like this agonizing experience of cycles of anxiety and depression, I have not wanted to turn to alcohol. Even like I was realizing like, man, I'm going through this really hard time and alcohol hasn't even really crossed my mind. So I was like, does a drink sound good right now? Or, after a stressful day at work or something. And every time the answer has been no. So that has really been an eye-opening experience. And I'm realizing that I'm learning to cope in a totally different way that is way more just balanced and healthy. And I really feel like it's allowing me to come into myself and get to know myself better and just be more in tune with who I am. And as I said, the past couple of times I've drank, I really have not enjoyed the experience. It's kind of made me feel out of control of my body and my surroundings. And, this is how I used to be before I became addicted to alcohol, and I had forgotten this. I was someone who in my late teens and early 20s, I'd drink with friends, and on occasion, we'd party and get drunk. But for the most part, I didn't drink. And if people saw me drinking, they knew I was going to have one or two and be done, because I didn't like the way it made me feel. I didn't like how it made me foggy and out of control of my environment. But then in my early 20s, I got into a relationship with an alcoholic and kind of adapted his drinking behavior. And so before I knew it, I had my own addiction to alcohol as well. And I have been battling it for the better part of 10 years. So I think for me, and probably for most people who have alcohol problems, it happens accidentally. And that's really scary and really sad as well, because so many people start drinking when they're so young. And like me, I was in my early 20s and I became addicted to alcohol. So yeah, that's just been interesting for me to reflect on that and notice that, and really see and experience that I prefer sobriety, because when I was addicted to alcohol, sobriety was like torture. Everything, alcohol made everything fun. But I'm really seeing that now as like sobriety was torture, because I was having these obsessive compulsive thoughts of alcohol. Like I was just craving it so much that when I was sober and I didn't have it, that's all I was thinking about. But now that I'm sober and I no longer have these obsessive compulsive thoughts, I prefer sobriety. Like it's so great to be connected to your body and be in tune with your body and your surroundings and really be aware of everything that's going on around you. Yeah, so it's really been awesome. And I don't know when I'm gonna drink again. I'm not saying that I won't, but I'm at a point right now where I really have not, as I said, I've not enjoyed the past couple of times I drank alcohol, and I'm just really don't have any desire for it. And so my intention right now is to only drink if I have a craving for it, because the past couple of months I haven't really had any cravings, but I've been drinking as part of social situations. If people are going out and having drinks, I will go and participate in that. But by doing that these past couple of times, I haven't enjoyed drinking. So I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna pay attention to see if I have a craving, and then I'll drink then. So yeah, that's a little bit of an update. Please reach out if you're so inclined. My email is in the box below, or you can comment. I love to stay connected with people who are thinking about trying this method, or if you're on it, or if you have questions about it, just don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, thanks, bye.